Branding. The American Marketing Association defines a brand as a name, term, sign, symbol, design, or a combination of them, which are intended to identify the goods and services of a group and to separate them from those of other sellers. Therefore, it makes sense to understand that branding is not about getting your target market to choose you over the competition, but it is about getting your prospects to see you as the only one that provides a solution to their problem. Being unique, one of a kind, and incomparable to others. As we see this like button, right away, we are able to identify and associate it with the website Facebook. This is an example of an organizational brand. Another example of a great organizational brand is this red B. Most consumers can associate this letter right away with rapper Dr. Dre. These are his Dre Beat headphones. One of everybody's favorite, the slogan, just do it. Right away, we link this with Nike. Our minds are set to remember that every time we see this slogan, it refers back to the company of Nike. Every time we see this peacock appear, we know as consumers that we have tuned into NBC. This station has been around for years, and once again, our minds are set to link these two together. What about this symbol? We see it daily, and still in our minds, we know exactly what type of car it represents, Chevrolet. All of these are great examples of organizational brands that have set their tone in our society. Now let's try looking at a different type of brand. The 4 words, I have a dream, are such powerful words. Instantly, we link those with the great Martin Luther King Jr. This is what we call a remembrance brand. We remember these certain brands from the great roles they played in our society. Another great example of a remembrance brand is this remarkable pinup girl pose. We all think of one person when seeing this, Marilyn Monroe. None of us were even born when she was living, but her remembrance brand lets us know exactly who she is. So the question is, who are you? What do you stand for? What do you have to offer? Defining your own personal brand can be your special way to market yourself to the world. Why do we need these personal brands? Well, after marketing yourself to the world, these personal brands can become helpful when assessing your future career goals. As you interact with others, they will automatically form mental associations that connect you with certain labels. This usually happens within the first few seconds. You can't avoid being labeled, and other people can't avoid labeling you. It happens automatically because our brains are wired to recognize patterns and form associations. The labels people attach to you become part of your personal brand. So the question is, how do we build these personal brands? According to Communications 320 Persuasion, it all starts with your identity. Identifying yourself takes 4 P's: your performance, your presence, looking professional, and how you present oneself. Your performance depends on everything you bring to the table. The quality of your work, the desire of wanting to be top-notch, bringing nothing but the best, and putting nothing but excellence into your performance. How you perform plays a major role when defining your personal brand. How you present yourself. When encountering one-on-one communication, this can determine your personal brand. When logging onto Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, the way you communicate or carry yourself defines your brand. Also, when sending text messages or emails. If you are sending emails the same way you make a tweet, that can really harm your personal brand. When looking at your professionalism, it's all about the look. We want to look highly trained and well-groomed. First impressions count, so we have to dress for success. Dress for the job you want because it will give you confidence and help you make positive impressions. Your attire is another component that defines your personal brand. Your day-to-day interactions and attitudes defines your presence. The presence you give out daily can determine your personal brand. So you want to walk around with a smile on your face and your head held high. The next step in building your personal brand is making yourself relevant. You first have to be aware of your target audience. Becoming aware of your audience can help you determine how relevant you actually need to become. You then should ask yourself, why should they care? This is your time to really impress the audience and make yourself known. Lastly, ask yourself, what do I have to offer them? During this time, you should be thinking about your best talents, skills, and accomplishments. All of these things make a person relevant. We do not want to fit in, but we want to stand out. The last step in building your personal brand is repetition. Staying consistent and repetitive can help your brand become stronger. People want to see consistency and not hesitation. So what's your personal brand? Are you able to define yourself in 15 seconds or less? Well, give it a try. Remember to identify who you are, make yourself relevant, and stay consistent.